Hello and welcome back to the channel. I want to give my season's greetings to all the Joe dolls. I wish everyone a safe and happy holiday season and a happy new year. To everyone out there, I'm wishing harmony, health, satisfaction, happiness, and success for you and your families in this upcoming year. Now, if you told yourself at the beginning of 2020, this is going to be my year, I am right there with you. Like so many of you guys out there, I spent hours organizing lists, goals, and making game plans for everything that I wanted to accomplish in 2020. Places I wanted to go, things I wanted to do, and for the first couple months, everything was alright. It was going okay. Life was good and we were all blissfully unaware of the fact that our worlds would be completely turned upside down. And then it happened. The virus pandemic hit, and just like that, our entire world changed in a blink of an eye. 2020 is the year that has forever changed us all. It forced us to slow down, give up things whether we wanted to or not, and despite our best wishes for things to go back to normal, I think that we all realized with the passing of each and every month that we might not ever fully return to the way things were before. Now, truth is, guys, when I look back on this past year, I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say that this was the greatest year of my entire life, because if I say that, I'd be lying. What I can tell you is that in many ways, it has been one of the hardest years of my life, especially mentally. That being said, I'm reminded of a Bible scripture, Ecclesiastes 3, which says, "To everything there's a season, a time, to every purpose under the heaven." So this year might have been hard, but I do believe there's a reason for it and a purpose. Through every battle, trial, and hardship we're faced, there's a purpose behind it and a lesson to be learned. So 2020 might not be my favorite year, but it certainly has been the most eye-opening year of my life. During my reflection on 2020, one thing I learned is that it's okay to ask for help. There's been time this year when I felt alone, isolated, and just overwhelmed. I've always struggled with asking and accepting help from others, but I found myself learning this year that it's okay to do both. Another valuable lesson I learned is that it is okay to take time for yourself. Take time for yourself, disconnect from the world, disconnect from social media, just have some alone time. As someone who has struggled with anxiety, 2020 has been a nightmare at times and completely overwhelming. I mean, there have been so many terrible things that have occurred around the world, and everything you see on the news and social media just tends to be so negative nowadays. Sometimes you just need to step back and decompress and take a break from the madness this world is seeing. I have always been and hope to always be a self-reflective person. That is, I seek to live in awareness of how I live life. I'm aware of how time is spent and how resources are used. Now, I have to say, I feel that this year in particular has lent itself to more people engaging in self-reflection, and I really think that's a good positive thing. Now, while losses and disappointments have been tremendous, we are all invited to a collective reflection. Can I trust God in these losses? What can I learn from the experience? Can I use this time differently than I have been? I'm grateful that more and more I'm noticing people slowing their lives down just enough to ask themselves these hard questions. 2020 has given ample opportunities for refining each and every one of us. Now, I thought I was somewhat of a patient person, but when you need to meet someone on a Zoom call where every half sentence is broken, you're presented with a choice, patience or frustration. I have felt these kinds of refining moments repeatedly, especially with the masking policies. I mean, how many times have you gone out and forgot your mask? How many of you guys have got to your car only to have to return when you realize that you left your mask tucked away in the car? Now you're having to return to their car to retrieve the mask one more time. It's one more inconvenience and one more nuisance interruption to my day in life. Now, it would be easy to live in a complaining mode about all the annoying things of 2020. And with that being said, it is why the practice of gratitude is so necessary. We need to adjust our outlook. All these annoying inconveniences have been thrust upon me, but it's given me the opportunity to slow down and grow in patience. So let me ask you, Joe dolls, what are you grateful for? Now, if your list is short, such as my health, my family, I get it. What could be more priceless, especially now? But I encourage you guys to think harder. Raising your gratitude game can make you feel happier during these unsettling times. I know for myself that being grateful shortens my freakouts and directs my attention on what matters in this moment. So you may be wondering, why does gratitude so often elude us? For starters, most of us get a bigger kick out of being miserable than we realize. Now that's true. It's human nature to obsess on things that are broken while barely glancing at all things that are working and are going right in our lives. Wasn't griping about being banned from restaurants and bars more fun than noting culinary skills we hone or gas money we save by cooking and staying home for ourselves? Plus, everyone's future feels uncertain, shoved out of our routines and shaken by a continually changing world. We fret about horrors that could emerge next month or even within the next few hours. And if that were not enough, it's hard being grateful when you're in mourning. Think about it. It's been months. We've been booted from many of the institutions we rely on, such as schools, churches, workplace, gyms. And even with limited access to the establishments now, most of us still grieve the death of our former lives, our former ways of habit. So with all of the challenges 2020 has brought, I would still encourage you to practice gratitude, appreciation, and always find the silver lining. So Joe Dolls, I'm grateful that we've been pushed to be more creative, to take up new hobbies, and learn new things. I'm grateful that we live in a time with such advanced technology where we have the right medicine to treat disease and we can see the faces of the people we love no matter how far away they are. I'm grateful that less people are polluting exhaust into the atmosphere and our planet is starting to recover. I'm grateful that most of my friends, my family, and loved ones are healthy and blessed to be alive. I'm grateful to have met some awesome people in the YouTube community, fellow content creators and supporters. A sense of community where we can all follow our passions, grow, and genuinely support one another. And most of all, I'm grateful that we've made it through this year so far and that we'll keep struggling onward and keep supporting each other as we get the vaccine rolled out and hopefully this virus pandemic under control as we enter 2021. So there you guys have it, my 2020 self-reflection, and again, let's practice appreciation and gratitude. Now I know this video is a bit different from my typical real estate and finance content, but I feel like this message is very important and I wanted to share it with all of you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and tap that like button and share it with others. Consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And again, I wanted to wish everyone a happy holidays and a happy new year. Thanks for watching and until next time.